All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, May 28th, set today by Brummy, but first let's have our cryptic clue of the day. Copy man amongst both sexes, 5-7. Copy man amongst both sexes, and I gave you it starts with M, ends in Y. All right, I think I saw Brummy last on a Monday recently, and it was very, very tricky. So yeah, that seems to be the case a lot recently on the weeks when it isn't Vulcan, but maybe it'll be all right today. No beer as Dicky is on the drink. Oh, well, Dicky can be tricky Dicky and can mean to anagram, I think, like a Dicky stomach maybe mixed up. So an anagram of no beer as, and it's going to mean on the drink. What's the opposite of abstaining? Staining? On the drink. Yeah, I don't see an anagram there at all. Let's try these downs. Dons shaking, etc., being ensnared by siren. Oh, I think maybe, could it be Don? Could be a reference to his fellow setter Pascal. But I'm thinking maybe ETC has to shake. And that's being surrounded by siren. Or maybe just Don's shaking, I suppose, more likely as we anagram Don's. But then, well, yeah, where's the definition? I'm confused by that. Oh dear. One is, in a different form, unknown mountain dweller. For some reason, I'm thinking of Yetis, but I don't think they're necessarily mountain dwellers. But I wonder if it could be from folklore, maybe a Tolkien creature. One is in a different form. No. Experienced drug overdose, getting support. Maybe the definition is experienced drug we see is often E. Overdose surely will be OD. Yeah, maybe the definition is getting support. Support is sometimes a leg. Can I do anything with EOD leg? No. Carriage direction. I presume it's a double definition. It could be carriage as in a landau or a hackney or one of those. But it could be your carriage. Oh, your bearing. That's it, exactly. Finally, I get to put one in. Part of the whole embarrassment of relating. Maybe part of the whole is the definition. But what's embarrassment of? No, it's a great clue. Criminal in court, man's not at all like Keats. Oh, criminal can be an anagram indicator. I wonder if it could be in court man anagrammed. And then the definition is this very cheeky, not at all like Keats. But what does that mean? Like not a poet? Is there another Keats I'm not aware of? My mind is wandering to the great Keats and Chapman stories of Miles Nagopoline, also known as Flann O'Brien. In court man's, Unromantic, I think, is it? Yeah, I think wondering it might be non-romantic, but yes, I suppose Keats as an example of a romantic poet. Phew. Male milk producer is over a lot. Well, I think male is going to be M. Milk producer could it be an udder, but then is over a lot a mudder. I know that's a term for a racehorse, and there a Abbott and Costello routine about which horse is the mudder and the fodder. Um, what else could a milk producer be? A dairy? Maybe male is the definition, and so milk producer, oh, could be cow. That goes over a three-letter word for a lot. No, back to the crosses. North American news plus tip from family nurse. All right, this is a nice straightforward charade. North American NA. New can be abbreviated to N, therefore news by crossword convention can be two N's. And the tip, last letter of family, is the Y, and that gives us the family nurse. Jam's broadcast giving access to the underworld. I'm wondering, is it the river Styx? But, yes, yeah, broadcast is a homophone indicator, and if a door jams, then it sticks, which sounds like STYX. Old capital per se, Polish or Polish virtually. No, I don't get that. Fellow at stern is very cold. Well, fellow can be abbreviated to F, I suppose from universities, a fellow of the whatever, or a fellow of the Royal Society. At stern, maybe at is literally at, and then stern, like the aft, the back of a boat. And I think it's going to mean, oh no, I think if you're stern, you might be rigid. They're not exactly the same thing, I think, but frigid would be very cold. Negative Frenchman in hot region abroad. Ooh, I'm wondering if, I think abroad can be an anagram indicator, so I'm wondering if we, anagram region plus, oh no, H for, I was thinking region, H for hot, M for a French monsieur, but there's no A in that, and I'm quite confident in unromantic. All right, name involved in racial slur, like brain box. Oh dear. Um, let's see what this is going to be. I'm thinking about cranium or, ooh, cranial. Yes, so slur is an anagram indicator of racial, and name can be abbreviated to N, and like your brain would be cranial or related to it. Okay, spotted cloth by rocks. Ooh, rocks can be another anagram indicator. Are we going to get a lot of anagrams today? Because I'm thinking cloth by. Oh, I was thinking that's not very good fodder, but blotchy came to mind. Neglectfully late, wrapping present, fine. Fine, we have to remember, is another word that can be abbreviated to F. I think as in fine condition in an auction. Neglectfully late, maybe? a word for neglectfully late. Oh, wrapping the present, maybe it goes around now. And it's going to make a word for fine, which could be a fine, as in a charge that is levied. Can't think of that. All right, one more across. Line intersecting Sussex and Kent, etc. Lacks power. Well, line, I think, is going to be abbreviated to L, and that's going to intersect. Oh, I'm wondering if are Sussex and Kent in the southeast of the UK? And so we might have SLE. Now, etc. might, I don't know, could it be et al? But no, that just might be part of the definition of southeast. Lacks power. I think that's going to be the definition. Now, maybe SE goes around the outside, and maybe there's a four-letter word for line. Lacks power. No, I don't see it. All right, biscuit from Sandy's pile. I like that. Ooh, I would have thought it might be an anagram of Sandy's pile, although there's really no anagram indicator other than from. Oh, maybe frigid is wrong. Maybe there's another. Yeah, I was thinking stern and rigid, bit loose. But can I think of a biscuit that would fit something something N? Now I'm going to have to come back to that. In a way, Brummy is attached to your old gemstone. Yeah, I think it might be a gemstone. Amethyst, I think, is 8 letters. In a way, Brummy is attached to your. Oh, your old might be an old form of. Oops, a form of your. Is this how you thy? No, I don't think that doesn't look right. Yeah, I should be able to work it out. Your old. Yeah, let me pause and look up amethyst. I have enough trouble pronouncing it, let alone saying it or spelling it. Well, of course, it's amethyst. That word that I've typed in. Other than thy being your old, and am, like in a way, Brummy, like he would say, I am. So without the I am. But then we have the EST. Yeah, I'm not. There might be another gemstone that fits this pattern. I'm going to leave that in for now, but I don't really get it. Anyway, let's see. Husband with bear grip. I think the H might be for husband, and then we have a word or a type of bear, and it's going to mean grip. Oh, it could be grip as in to hold your interest. But what's the bear going to be? Must be a vowel after the H, but which one? Oh, a grip could be a headlock, but I don't see EAD lock being a bear. Yeah, but it could be a wrestling grip, hand something, hold, old. Or is there a famous like literary bear, old something or other, hold something? No. One large cut is limiting X Queen's capital. I think it's going to be a capital. Yeah, just not sure. Some of these word positioning, wordplay words like limiting, it's not always clear to me anyway. Does it mean that it goes inside? It goes inside the ex-queen, who might just be ER, Elizabeth Regina, or Victoria, VR. One large, I think, is going to be IL. I'm thinking about Vilnius, VIL. Let's put it in and see if it sticks. Oh, what's the cut? Yeah, that's the part I forgot about. Oh, maybe a word for large is cut, but no, I think it's going to be L plus. No. Oh, Valletta? Is that capital? All right. Number of times to see the heartless, grasping, filthy rich. I like that one, but I don't see it. Finch wrong to restrain runner. I think it might be Finch. Now, is it going to be the bird or is it going to be Albert Finch, right? Now, wrong could be a sin. We've had that. And that restrains or goes around a three-letter runner. No. Relief, affordable, housing fuss. All right. Finally, at the end, we get the easiest clue of all, the hidden type. And within relief, affordable, we have faff for fuss. I usually hear it as a verb, faff about. Let's do the last crosses. Put out hot vents that are concentrated on prey. Hot might be that H. So maybe we have a word for put out, like emit, then H, and then word for vents. Oh, I know we've had synonyms for vents before. And then maybe the definition is that are concentrated on prey. Something like hawk eyes are... No. Wind in roof. Oh no. Could this be another hidden clue? But no, with the starting at the F, we have FOHN. I've never heard that word before, meaning wind or wind or anything. Yeah, wind or wind. Wind in roof. Maybe the definition is oh no, and it's an exclamation. Something like fiddlesticks, only shorter. Can you put your hands in your head? Oh no. Unrefined group needs to change its direction. Is it going to mean unrefined? And we have a word for group that has to be reversed, needs to change its direction. No. Rule soundly applied to trip. That puts a damper on things. Ooh, I'm wondering if rule soundly is a homophone for a word that means rule. Oh, which could be to reign. I think we've had that before. R-E-I-G-N, which sounds like R-A-I-N. Yeah, I think it's going to be, oh, if you trip, you fall, and rainfall would put a damper on things. All right. The last across and the last down were definitely helpful. Well, let's see how helpful they're going to be. Here's our husband with bear grip. Yeah, I don't see it. And our finch now, wrong. Oh, well, if it was sin, that would be N and that would be an S. Finch, wrong. To restrain. Runner. I suppose a runner bean. Runner in cricket. What is a finch? Finch. No. But I do like sin because I was also thinking this might be SE. Line intersecting Sussex and Kent, etc. Lacks power. Yeah, something like servile or sedate or... Yeah, still not seeing it. And then the other letter we got from rainfall, one large cut is limiting. Okay, so the capital, excuse me, if it is a capital city, has an R in it. I'm wondering if the S, apostrophe S of X Queens might be part of the clue, and so it's a capital city that ends in RS, like, oh, Algiers. Oh, I think one might be A. I always assume it's going to be I, but of course one thing could be a thing. Then our large. Now what is our cut? One large cut. Yeah, I'm not confident in this either because I don't see where the... Oh, oh, I think it's cut as in drunk. And I think one is I, after all, plus large. No, is that right? Yeah, no, because we all that. Yeah, I was thinking we were going to anagram I plus large and then add an S, but that doesn't make sense. All right, we'll see if that sticks. Again, my wind in the roof. Or wind. Don't see that. All right. Oh, two down now. We have... Oh, I bet it's a mountain dweller, as in an animal. One is... Okay, the unknown is the X. All right. One is in a different form. Yeah, is it a lynx? Lyn? One is... No, I don't get that. I think there is some kind of mountain goat or something I'm thinking. Oh no, it's one is I and is might be be in a different form of the verb. And I think it's an ibex. All right. Oh, here's our no beer as. Yeah, let's try the anagram helper. Nothing is coming to me for that. Oh, something like unsober. uh, on the drink. Oh, well, that's very handy. The anagram helper returned exactly the right word. And of course, the surface makes you think the drink is going to be something you drink, but it is the ocean and you would be seaborne. Not a very common word these days. Here's Don's shaking, etc., being ensnared by siren. Yeah, the siren really looks like it's part of the wordplay, but I'm just trying to think if it could be some kind of siren. Otherwise, oh, it is a Don, and it is a Don at university who might be a lecturer. Yeah, I just realized, of course, we have to shake anagram ETC, and so it seemed the most likely it would be ECT, and the siren is a lurer. All right. Here's our experience. Drug overdose, getting support. Yeah, is it going to be support? Oh, how about like a tripod? Oh, experience a drug is to trip, and then to overdose is OD. I have a funny feeling we had that clue last year, maybe sometime. It seems a familiar combination of trip and OD. I should have thought of it in that case. All right, what is this one then? The old, an old capital? What's the per se doing? Yeah, I was wondering if virtually might be an anagram indicator, but I don't think so. And anyway, per se and polish would be 11 letters. Here's our negative. Frenchman in hot region abroad. Yeah, maybe it means negative, but hard to think of a negative word that wouldn't begin with some form of neg. It might be nihilist. Oh, this was the whole part of the whole embarrassment of relating. Yeah, part of the whole could be maybe unit. Oh, integral, maybe? Embarrassment. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Um, it is an anagram or an embarrass. I don't think I've seen embarrassment before, but we anagram relating to get integral. All right, so now we're negative. French. Oh, so maybe negative is just no. Oh, is our Frenchman maybe a French male name? What's beginning with R? Ah, so maybe it is a I'm thinking about Normandy, but how is that French man in hot region abroad? Let me put in Normandy. I don't think you'd call it a hot region. It is a region abroad. Oh, I think, yeah, it is region abroad. The Frenchman is Monsieur, who goes inside Randy for hot. That's another stretch, I think. All right, male. Milk producer is over a lot. Well, is it going to begin with M then? And our milk producer, oh, our milk producer is a dairy, which is turned over, and that gives us myriad. All right, now our old capital, not Portleash, Par, Persepolis, I think. Oh, yeah, so per se is literally in there. And then Polish virtually is saying nearly all of the. Oh, maybe it's just a hidden clue. No, I think it's per se is per se. Plus Polish, virtually all of it, minus the H. I think that's how to read it. We'll see what they say at 15 squared. All right, frigid is looking right, and we are past the 30-minute mark, which is my own personal deadline where I will now check a word to make sure I'm not going astray. Yeah, frigid is right. So, oh, is there, maybe there's a famous Sandy who has a pile or a castle or something that has given its name to a biscuit? Sandy, of course, can be Alexander, I think. Or maybe it's a pile of sand, a dune. Anyway, I'm a connoisseur of biscuits. Well, I love a good biscuit. So what? Yeah, let me pause and run through the vowels to see if I can think of any biscuit beginning G something N. Oh my goodness, how did I not think of this? I just went through a box of them in the last week. Well, it took me more than a week to go through them, but a ginger snap. Yeah, very underrated. Certainly, I didn't appreciate them when I was younger. I think ginger isn't really a kid's flavor, but now I do love dunking a nice ginger snap. So, of course, a sandy person, sandy might be a nickname for a redhead or a ginger. So, sandies, gingers, and the pile in a material might be its nap. All right, very clever. All right, neglectfully late, wrapping present, fine. Yeah, so what's it? The ending going to be is going to be interesting. I'm thinking EAL, could be ELL, might be a compound word like something bell. But I'm thinking it's, yeah, is it going to mean fine or is it going to mean neglectfully? Yeah, I think it's going to mean fine. I don't see it. All right, we have some more letters for our. Oh, let me try Algiers because I wasn't convinced by that. That one is right too. All right. So let's see our put out hot vents that are concentrated on prey. Ooh, crosshairs would be aimed. Ah, yeah, vents I think is airs. Oh, put out, it's not to emit. It's if you are put out, angry, you are cross. Yeah, yeah. Tricky. That was our unrefined group. Oh, maybe that's the definition, because I'm thinking it is going to be plural. Maybe not. Maybe it's an A double S. Group needs to change its direction. Oh, maybe it's a word for a group and you change one of its letters N, S, E, W to a different direction, the opposite perhaps. I'm wondering if group could be class, but then it's not even the cardinal, it's left and right. Because I was thinking, well, I really want to change the L to an R. If somebody is unrefined, they are crass. All right, number of times to see the heartless, grasping filthy, rich. What is number of times? Is that the definition? And it's a count of some kind? To see the heartless. Oh, the heartless might be T and E. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's it exactly. Just had to break it up correctly. The heartless grasps an anagram of rich to give thrice, which would be a number of times. All right, here's, oh, no, sorry, that's the one I want. Neglectfully. Oh, neglectfully late. Could that be an anagram of late? We have the LA at the end, we have the T. Yeah, and I'm thinking ethereal. I'm thinking of an ethereal beauty I knew in my youth. Um, yeah, so what is the present? Oh, here. Yeah, if you're present, you are here. All right, now a finch, of course, there is a bird, a siskin. And the runner then is, oh, a ski, I think. Yeah, if you put a runner on something on a sled, you would maybe call it a ski. That's fair enough. Here's our line intersecting Sussex and Kent, etc. Lacks power. All right, I'm going to pause and ponder that one. All right, I was not thinking of any answer for this, so I had to go to wordplays.com. And I was wrong about the. I was wrong. Well, I was right that Sussex and Kent are the southeast, but I thought they were going to be going around a line. But actually, the definition is a line, and it's a very, very obscure mathematical one. I'm sure I learned it at school, but that was many years ago. Anyway, the southeast, and then lacks power, then you can't. If you can't do something, you lack power. That's very weak, I think. And so the secant, I think it's something to do with sine or whatever, cosine. All right. Husband. Oh, the width, of course, could be an and. H and hand. Handrail, no. A handhold, I think, might be something that's put there for you to grip, and maybe you call that a grip. And then to bear, I suppose bear to put up with. I think you might say, oh, I can't hold with that, I can't bear it. But again, it seems a bit A little weak, I think. Anyway, we'll see what they say at 15 squared. All right, just one left. Oh, it must be this FOHN. Let me pause and look that up. Yes, it is one of these winds that has a name. Now it can also be spelt with an E, FOEHN. German, Austrian, Swiss coming down off the Alps. Apparently they get this mild foehn wind. That's a new one on me. Anyway, finally made it to the end. Let's check all. Looks like everything is still there. I don't think we had a pangram or any kind of theme, but let's head over to 15 squared and see what I missed. All right, the blog is by Eileen. Several new or unusual words here, largely gettable, and a number of inventive anagram indicators. I think that is true. Yes. Well, she first of all says hidden, but then I think virtually. Yeah, we won't split hairs over that. Yeah, I think I got the rest of those. Me, Brummy. Plus thy, in a way, of course, a street. We just had a way for ST yesterday, I think. And there, H, hand, yeah, with bear, all right. And A, oh, large is the LG. Oh, and then the word is limits the X queen. Oh, I should have seen that. All right. Yes, a KVA chimes in. Lovely stuff from Brummy. I thought the milk producer was going to be a yak. There we have an explanation of the phone. Yeah, so just checking what a lot of people are talking about this wind and their experience of going to the Alps. Yeah, nothing unknown today. Oh, there are British phones. Interesting. Very good puzzle as usual. Only had to Google finches. Myriad is lovely. Yeah, that was very nice. Ooh, people are arguing about whether there is a phone in... Oh no, we do have phone wins in Britain. All right. Anyway, I thought it was a little tricky, but not as bad as last time out with Brummy. Anyway, thanks as always for watching and have a great day.